Thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing Punch. I was going to take the Prince Harry on Sunday, joined in the training sessions of young basketball and wheelchair basketball players at Ilupeju Grammar School. If you recall, he and his wife, Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, has been in Nigeria for a few days. They participated in a basketball clinic and to support the construction of a new Giants of Africa basketball court in Abuja. So the clinic welcomed Prince Harry and Meghan, and they shared remarks with the youths and participated on the on-court activities. They were going to be contributing, according to the contribution would help to the organization to help them be more ambitious initiative and build the infrastructure across Africa. And I'm really happy about that. They've been around for a few days. They've been going around, going to a few tours, and it's good. I think they saw the Lagos State Governor yesterday, and I think they would have left probably last night or this morning. But it's good to have them in the country.
It was interesting diversion from all the wahala happening in Nigeria. So I want to take the story from NDLEA. The press release this time is from Nyma's area. They found multi-billion naira, 2 40-feet container loaded with 3.450 million pills of opioids. They had 344,000 bottles of codeine at Abule-Ado, Amuwo-Odofin local government area of Lagos State. They caught this
it's too close.
very, very close. It was just around trade fair. They said that when they found the trucks on its way, they apprehended the truck loaded with the drugs and then went ahead to apprehend the people who were in charge. They found them at the trade fair complex because the truck was on its way to the trade fair complex. It happened on Thursday, 9th of May. They also said that they, in Ekiti State, found a 75-year-old grandpa who was arrested with cannabis of 7.5 kilograms. Then, in mile 12, they found a car that had 37.5 kilograms of cannabis. Another person in... So, generally, different...
NDLEA is working.
Like, Nyma, what's your story? Punch, you have a story? We should move on to Vanguard.
I took my story. Okay,
Vanguard very quickly. Manufacturing export limbs as revenue drops 166% to 778 billion naira. Sarah budget orders sue CBN over cybersecurity levy. Nigeria's oil production grows marginally by 4% to 1.28 million barrels per hour. Why power sector crisis won't end soon, says Joe Ajero. Ukwama Ewo, Delta government residents may clash over villagers' refusal to accept IDP camp. Rivers crisis, Tinubu won't take sides between Wike and Fubara, says presidency. Please, you can get the floor manager to come to the studio.
So we know that there's been this tug of war between the former governor of Rivers State and the present governor of Rivers State, and both of them, power flexing is happening right now. The governor is saying he has to bring down the National Assembly, the House of Assembly quarters. He needs to demolish it. And from various accounts, but let me just take the special advisor on media and publicity. After the fire, I think the purpose is they cannot unite. They will never be able to have what's it called, sit together. So, the special advisor on media and publicity to President Tinubu, Adri Ngelale, said that the president, some people are expecting him to take a side on this issue. The president would not take a side, and he will not allow any attempt to frustrate the Rivers governor as well. So he stated clearly that government is for the people and that the president would allow governors go on in Rivers State. He says, I believe that anyone who believes that their actions, that by their actions, whether it's from a federal level, state level, or legislative branch in the state, or the executive branch in the state, if they are banking on Mr. President to take side on this matter, they are mistaken. And they will be disappointed. Mr. President will not do that.
Wow. That is for Fubara.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, with this statement.
With these statements, they have taken a side.
Separated.
So I have a story, yes. The Okwama Ewu residents of Okwama Ewu community, Ewu clan in Ugeli South local government area of Delta State, may likely be heading for a collision with Delta State governments because they are refusing to accept the internally displaced persons, the IDP camps, being prepared for them at Ewu. We know what happened in Okwama recently, and a lot of them have been, sacked from their villages. Now they are planning to build an IDP camp, and the governor is actually planning to take it outside Okwama into the Ewu main community. But the people are, complaining about this. They said they like the fact that the governor has, that's Governor Sheriff Oborewuri, has finally been able to send away the soldiers that infiltrated the town and giving them back their town. However, they will not want to relocate the IDP camps to outside the place because they realized that just after the soldiers left, they found villagers and neighboring, citizens or neighboring residents coming into their own place to steal iron and other things that they have, loot their iron rods, their zinc, which now led to another bloodbath. But they're saying that they appreciate what the governor has done, but they would like to have that IDP camp inside Okwama so that they're not leaving their, neighborhood and where they already are accustomed to another place. But they're saying that before they are allowed to go into the IDP camps, it will be inaugurated by the governor. Work is already going on that. They are building about 400 capacity for, 400 people capacity for the IDP camps, and likely they may have to extend it. Let's see how that goes.
Okay, Tako, go ahead.
Okay, so I was going to take a story about how manufacturers, of course, the Nigerian government has a quest right now to diversify foreign exchange earnings away from oil. But they're saying it's not feasible because the manufacturers part of Nigeria is not working. Manufacturer exports has dropped by 166% to 778 billion. This is from, and the issues are several issues. Since 2019, there's been a downward trend, significant decline in our export capacity. We used to be at 1.5 trillion exports, but it dropped to less than a billion, and now it is 778 billion. Within the same period, manufacturing exports of even oil products also has dropped. So the World Bank has blamed the country, has blamed our country for not putting in policies to encourage this. They gave their recommendations based on high transportation costs. They've said the topography, the poor roads, the insecurity, that the studies they've done has shown that if these things were put in place, would have had more exports, that it's cost 4 times higher to trade in Nigeria, within Nigeria, than in Ethiopia. And I mean, in Nigeria and Ethiopia than in the US, due to poor road infrastructure. To move things around is so expensive here than in other developed countries. Even as within Africa, South Africa has been able to increase their own exports as well, 15 times higher than what Nigeria has, with less land mass because of the infrastructure they have on ground. So, of course, Manufacturers Association of Nigeria would complain that they've been discussing these things since this is what they can be done to help. Let's not play lip service to our desire to increase our foreign inflow into Nigeria. We cannot grow as an economy without exports. And while we're managing cash flow, we must be talking enough about how we're going to encourage Nigerian manufacturers to be able to export and bring in foreign exchange into Nigeria.
Moving on now to the Nigerian Tribune. Let's find a story we've not taken. 3 died, 21 injured in Ogun multiple road accident. 14 abducted Kogi varsity students rescued. FG planning tax relief for 95% of small businesses. Budget Serap 136 Nigerians sue CBN. Story? Any story we've not taken?
Yeah, such a sad story.
Okay, go on.
So the 3 people died. There were multiple injuries within the Ogun. This was recorded by the Ogun State Traffic Compliance and Enforcement Corps. Babatunde Akimbiyi confirmed that the accident took place. Of course, it was because they were driving. Multiple road crashes that took place resulted in 3 people's death and 21 people injured. One on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. 5 vehicles were involved in the same crash. The cops, of course, were deposited at the Ota hospital, but a lot of these accidents could be avoided if we are not overspeeding. We want good roads, then you see good road, no more speed limits.
Okay, I'll find out about the point very quickly. Indigenes slam Wike and Fubari concerning the rivers crisis. Tackling quackery difficult, Osun government admits as freed fake doctor returns to duty at illegal clinic. Police arrest commercial sex worker for biting off married man's tongue during sex romp.
Eh? Which one are you taking?
Well, is that one?
Is that one?
Oh, I'll catch your eye.
A 31-year-old commercial sex worker, while trying to kiss her customer, bit off his tongue, and she's been arrested.
Bit off.
No be
Now vampire,
this
no,
in turn vampire, I don't very. But she alleges that she met him using a lot of substances, Colorado, cannabis, sativa, and he gave her some so that their sexual experience could be, more exciting.
That's why she now bit
They
off
were
the
in
tongue.
the high.
Yeah, they were high.
Oh, no,
Not
hand or
regular
somewhere.
high. That they both took the drugs, and before next morning, when staff people come, they see blood everywhere. That's about the thing for me is how will Oga continue to explain his stuttering, because now certain areas of speech will be affected.
Oh,
He go be saying that because of my shower experience.
It's Monday. It's Monday, honey. Let's go on a break. When we come back,
Hello, Oga.
we move on to the hot topic of today. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.